Well, good morning, and welcome to The Last Enemy is Death. My name is Stephen Cross, and I'm one of the co-founders of The Last Enemy is Death.
And I'm Malik Cross, another co-founder.
It's good for us to be here this morning. I believe this is Sunday. I've been losing track of days. I won't tell you why. Anyway, well, maybe I will. I took some time off work because work has really been really just frustrating me to some degree. And I don't need that added pressure because I already got other things that I'm dealing with. And I don't need a whole lot of pressure right now. Got loss prevention coming in there, always looking for stuff. People coming on the job when I'm over here. Going to go through the cooler on days when I'm there with stuff that's out of code 3 or 4 days. Then what does that tell me? Why are you there? How come you didn't come when it was out of code the other days? If you guys walked the cooler, this wouldn't be out 2 or 3 days like you're supposed to do every day, Rouse. Leaders. So you guys don't play games with me. And it's not my store. And you're going to try to get me for something some other manager's doing? You guys are out of your mind. Anyway, I'm not finished with Rouse. I'm going to do a whole segment on you guys. You watch and see. Because what you guys are doing with me, you guys are out of your mind. And then the stupid little lab where they didn't make me pay for the sample that they did, you guys bought them out real good, didn't you? I went to the same lab that you guys went and stole you guys went and stole. See this right here? I wasn't going to talk about this. So I'm going to tell a little bit. This right here is from 1981 from the mold that's in your store. Okay, toxic black mold that's contaminating the atmosphere. Where I have still my sample of back then. I don't know if my grandson knows this. This has been in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put it back in there. This is from way back 1981. Okay, when I went to a doctor, it was too expensive for me to actually get. See that? That's the same stuff from my contamination day. Okay, I gotta get it to somebody that's honest because you guys buying everybody out. I went to the lab to go to this lab again just to see what they were gonna do. So they did another test. Guess what? They didn't even make me pay for it. When do you ever get something done for free? That's kind of strange. And then they didn't tell me. Let me go back now and see if they do the sample again because it's supposed to return back the evidence. They probably didn't know. They probably threw it away again. You know why? You guys gave them a lot of money, didn't you, Rouse? I know you did. Because you guys got the devil in you. And I'm going to prove it. You guys love that money, don't you? You don't care if you sell people contaminated food, though. Oh, we don't care. Let them buy the food with mold on it. And you know what? If you have mold in the house and it's toxic black, you know what they tell you to do with all your furniture and clothes? Leave it there. But you guys are selling food. And they tell you not to take the clothes. But you guys are selling stuff they can eat. Really? You guys keep doing it. You guys hate me, don't you, Rouse? I know you do. You guys fired me twice, suspended me 3 times. The last time you suspended me was because I didn't work at the right store, but you scheduled me at 2 stores on the same day. You tell me to work my schedule. Really? Are you think that I'm that stupid, or you guys just think I'm that quick and fast? I might look like I'm in 2 places at one time because I work that fast. I know you guys get tired when you watch me. But I said, man, that guy sure works hard. Why does he work so hard? Because that's what the workers tell me. Man, Stephen, why you work so hard? Because I don't work as a man. They were doing what you guys are doing. You guys are doing human behavior. But you guys forgot. I don't have human behavior. I have God's behavior. So when you slap me once, I got to turn the cheek. So whatever many years it is before you slap me the second time, I just got to wait. I didn't know you were going to slap me, but what you do, I let you slap me. But this time you guys slapped me the 3rd time. You suspended me 3 times. Then you guys want to get me for what you call working off the clock? When you guys know everybody works off the clock. You guys watch them come in the right schedules. I got them on camera. So what are you guys doing? Targeting me, right? You guys are really stupid is what you guys are. You're stupid. And I'm going to prove it that you're stupid. And then I'm going to take you guys out to lunch if you want to after we get through. Because I'm like that. I deal with the problem like my dad taught. Then let's go have fun. Let's go play ball. I'll shoot some pool. I'm not going to hold it against you. But I'm going to definitely make you pay for what you've done. Unless you guys correct it. I'm going to give you guys a try to correct it first. I'm not one of those guys to go out and just try to blast you. You should know that because I let you blast me 3 times. This 3rd time is fine. So we're going to get into this lesson, 666. We're headed toward the end of the world. And you guys mess with daddies. You mess with the CEO son of all creation. You mess with the CEO who owns Ralph's. You mess with the CEO who owns your house. We own your property. fact, my dad doesn't like this place so much that he's getting ready to make it all over again. He's like, you know what, we got to do this over, son. Because I'm one of his sons. He's saying, you know what, this time we're not going to do it with water. We're going to do it with fire. See, we got the baptism of the water first, but you got to be baptized with water, which the earth did. Because he's still making stuff because he's not finished yet. You guys thought he was done, but he's still making stuff. We're not in the seventh day yet. We're still in the sixth day. He just called those things that aren't as though they are. And he planned the end from the beginning. So we're actually getting to the beginning of his thought, which is actually the end, which is the beginning. Did you understand that? Can I say it again? He planned the end. In other words, the guys that make movies, they have the movie plot right here. This is the movie, not the plot, but the movie. This is the end of the movie. They have the end of the movie. Then they go back and they start the movie and they say, now we got to figure out a plot. In other words, this is the name of the movie. Now we got to figure out how to get to the end of the beginning. In other words, we already know what this whole movie is going to be about, but we don't know how we're going to start it. This is what it's about. God getting him a bride is what God's doing. He's getting him a church. He's already got it. He's already made her. We just don't know our parts yet. We're learning them. I finally learned my part. My grandson, God told me I stumbled in. I wouldn't even be on here. My grandson got me on it. He does this. What'd you do? A snapshot?
No, I did like a audio recording, like the one we was in the park, and I just sent it off to my friends, like email, and they was just rocking with it. So they was like, man, you need to get them on YouTube or something. So that's when I came back and then, kind of just suggested it.
And I was in a storm. Here my grandson is. I should go get his baby pictures. Every time I see him, I cry. They're right by the computer and they make me cry. Because for one, it takes me back to a lot of emotional times. I'm sure he has them too. And we're not here to talk about that because that's not what we came on here for. But anyway, my grandson, God used him to help me get out of the storm where I poured into him. Now God brings him back to pour into me or get me. And I was in a storm. I didn't even know if I was going to ever get out of that storm. You could be in a storm. Say, for instance, a storm hits and you go to Katrina. You go there. You go to New Orleans. Never been there. You end up in a storm. And all of a sudden, everybody thinks you're dead. And then you're coming back, but you're bleeding. Your hair is jacked up. You got a beard. You don't look like the same. You look like, wait a minute. Rufus?
Rufus?
Rufus? Rufus, is that you? Rufus. Yeah, Mom, it's me. I've been in this. Rufus, we thought you was dead, boy. Come over here, give me a hug. They're not gonna worry about if you got blood on you. They're just glad to see you. They're really happy. Wait till I tell Aunt Merle. Aunt Merle, she gonna be so happy. We thought you was dead, Rufus. Oh, come here, son. Let me give you a hug. She gonna be crying and everybody's happy and they're not worried about you all raggedy in your beard. They know they can fix you up later. They gonna fix you. But come back in the church. Come back to the house of God. You've been beat up out there in the wilderness. You come back. Like the prodigal son. Hey, what's going on? Dad having a party out there? Who's that? He's back. What do you mean he's back? What is he doing back?
He's supposed to die out there.
He's supposed to be, what? He got his inheritance. Wait a minute. He coming back? You can't come back. Wait a minute. What are they doing? He don't even go out and look. The prodigal son, he going to talk about him. Big time. I don't know if that's how my siblings feel about me, but I know something's going on. I'm going to find out. I was the black sheep of the family. I was out selling dope. I backslid. In fact, I heard through the grapevine that something happened to my older sister, and I was going to kill her husband. I was going to kill him. I was bad. I went over his house to take him out because I heard that he had messed with my sister. I heard through the grapevine that he knocked him in the street or something. I was coming back to get him. I went over her house with a gi on and sat in their living room with my gi on. He just happened to say the right thing to me the right way. I was going to take him out. And I didn't play games, you guys. I didn't. I got beat up when I was young. I wasn't getting beat up ever again. Not unless I killed a few people. And my brothers and sisters knew. I couldn't fight because my oldest brother used to always beat me up. But once I started crying, he started running. All of them did because they knew I was going to try to kill him. In my mind, all I wanted to do was kill you. That was it. I found out my daughter had the same spirit. I didn't know your mom did. She ran after herself. She ran after her Stefan. She said with the scissors, she was going to kill him. I said, really? We need to sit down and talk about family stuff because I don't even know this stuff. I'm like, really? Because the stepmom was a joker. He's a joker in the family. He liked to mess with, he liked to push buttons and like, he jokes a lot. He's funny. I don't know where he got it from. I don't think I was funny. I don't think I was. But maybe it might have been. I don't know. But he was funny. Malik might, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun pretty soon. I know it's gonna all be. Because everybody's gonna be at home. Watch this. Anyway, let's get into lessons. We ain't got long here because I got to go somewhere. I got to do some stuff anyway. So, Malik, we're going to start into this lesson. We're talking about 666. We're talking about in the world. I want to get into Swift a little bit more. I want to talk about it because a lot of people are starting to want to know what's going on. You guys better wake up. You guys, man, I don't know what's going to take. You know what it is? You guys' brains are getting dizzy. In fact, we don't have anything necessary to do with Malik. You know what? Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to read. He's just going to tell you the scriptures you want to. We're not going to read them. You guys can go back to the archives. I finally got my phone fixed to some degree. So thank God for that. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So reading off the scriptures that we're going over the last few sessions. The first one was Matthew 24. Jesus asked, or disciples came to Jesus asking him, when the time should be, the signs of his coming and of the end of the world. And Jesus said, first thing he said was, let that no man deceive you. So then we're trying to figure out where the deceiving was coming from.
Yeah, where it was coming from. Right.
So we went to Revelations 12, and that's where we found out what deceiving, or who's doing the deceiving. Yeah.
Who's behind all the deceiving? Because you can have a person come up and deceive you, and they be deceived and not know that they're deceiving you. Then you can have a person come to you that knows they're a deceiver and deceive you. But what do you know about the deceiver? You don't know if he's deceiving you because he's deceived, or if he's a deceiver to deceive you. And then when you're being deceived, you don't even know you're being deceived. See how it all works? Let's find out who this guy is. That's how good he is. Check him out. Let's find out who he really is, because it's not somebody you can see.
So in Isaiah 14 is when Michael, I believe, points out who the deceiver is.
Actually, no, Revelation.
That's Revelation.
In Isaiah is the actual incident of what happened to the deceiver after he tried to fool around in heaven. See, this guy fooled around in heaven so much that he took a third of an innumerable host of angels with him when he got cast out. This guy is a master at what he does, because he's masterminding the world right now with the mask. See how good he is? He got you guys believing something that's not true right now. You got, oh, it's true. No, it's not. No, it's not. How do you know it's true? It's not true, because he lied. Whenever they lie, that means it's not true. Didn't he say no wear mask? Then he said, oh, you're going to need to wear a mask. Then he said not one, maybe two. Oh, no, was it three? He doesn't know. Is he telling the truth? Are you making it up as you go, or are you lying? Which one it is? You didn't tell the truth at first. Oh, you're a doctor, but you didn't give me the right medicine at the beginning? Now you're changing this to medicine? And I'm already whacked the jack? Wait a minute, doctor. What's going to happen to medicine within me? Like they try to give me some medicine. They try to give me Experidol. I still have to look up and see what it does. Malik, I need you to check it out if we get through. I want to read about it real quick. Okay, so we're going to go real quick. He's going to finish telling you. Now he's going to tell you what happened in the book of Revelations. Revelations where there was a war.
13.
Yeah, Revelations 12. No, where the fight was with Michael. Because we got to find out who he was. Yeah, he got kicked out. Yeah, no. Well, you know what? Read it real quick. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to read it. This is what happened.
All right, Revelations 12, starting at verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
He did what?
Deceived the whole world.
That's the deceiver. He deceived the whole world. That's him.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Where was he cast out?
Into the earth.
Into the earth. And who came with him?
His angels were cast out
His
with him.
angels. So he took a third of an innumerable host. That's how many are here that you can't see. So we're fighting something you can't see because you don't wrestle against flesh and blood. But you guys are. Until you guys get on that page, you guys are not in the ballpark yet. You guys are way out. That's why he's got you guys deceiving me now, because you don't know who's doing it now. Because you think it's Fauci and them. It's not them. They're deceiving. They don't even know it. Remember? He's the master deceiver. So as long as you guys keep fighting man, listening to man, you guys are deceived. Not me. If it were possible, they would deceive the very elect or fool them. This says deceive. Okay, now we're going to go to Isaiah. This is where it happened to him when he got cast out.
Isaiah 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from
This
heaven?
is why he got cast out.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
See, that was his good name. His good name was Lucifer. Okay.
Son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
So he got cast down to the ground. What is the ground? The ground is earth. He weakened what? All the nations. Wow, he's powerful.
For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, I will sit upon the mount of congregation.
He wanted to go above the stars of God, which he wanted to go above God's angels.
In the sides of the north, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
He wanted to be like God. He wanted to be like the Most High, which God is allowing us to be, which is our sons. That's why they don't like us. Go ahead.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that shall see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Man,
that did shake kingdoms?
This the dude? This the guy that did all this? Really? Narrowly look upon him. Man, he got that much power? Wow. Yeah. So now we're going to go to the book of Revelation about 666 and find out how he's deceiving you now. Even now, you're being deceived. You know what he's doing to you now? He's slowly preparing your brain toward receiving the mark of the beast, especially the world. Look how easy it's going to be for you guys to do it. Look how easy he's got you coming right now. Right now, it's so easy for them to get you guys to get the shot. Look at you guys. I see those lines. I say, wow, they don't even know what they're getting. They're being used as a guinea pig. Now, don't start bringing it because you didn't do it yesterday. Anyway, Malika didn't do it yesterday. It didn't do it yesterday. In fact, I got to call them Monday. Next week, getting Vivid out here to find out what's going on with this machine. Okay, anyway, look, he's so mad. The devil's so mad because he came down here with great wrath. So what he's doing, as long as you guys keep talking about people, church people, you're fooled. That's why even with me, with the devil that's working through some of my siblings toward me, because even on yesterday, in fact, my grandson just pointed out to me, I didn't realize it. I went up there to say a little remarks about my auntie. Just a few remarks. I was only going to say two things. One of the things I was going to say was that I've never seen anybody, or if anybody was a perfect example of how a saved woman should act, of what I saw only around my uncle, which was my mother's brother. It was Auntie Rosa. I never seen her say anything when I was with her to her husband. She was always, and I think my dad's mother was a drunk. I'm not sure. I think he was, because my dad had to go there one day. But I love my uncle. I don't care what he did. I love Uncle Rudy. And anyway, that was my mother's brother. So look, family, we are so thick. The other thing that I was going to say is that she acts just like grandma to me. She was full of God's word. I think Auntie Rosa had so much word of God in her that I believe that her bloodstream probably was just fixated with God. Because you think about God all the time, what does it do? It changes the chemistry of your blood. Let me explain how. Have you ever seen a person that died, and a person that died, they lose a loved one? Elder, good morning. They lose a loved one. Say, for instance, a person loses a loved one, and they're really close to them. And then what happens is that they're so close to them that they start to have what's called sorrow of heart. So what's happened? Their thought makes the heart hurt, which changes the blood chemistry. Just like a person that has a heart attack, or a person that starts pampering them. Oh, they get what? Because they're thinking about something that's making their heart. That's why they say, oh, just calm down, sir. Just stop thinking. Stop thinking. My son, he has what's called white coat syndrome. What does he do? His blood pressure goes up when he sees the white coats. What is he doing? He's thinking about something that's causing his bloodstream. So we know that what you think about can affect your blood. I think my Auntie Rosa had God blood in her. Her word of God probably just went through her bloodstream. She fell asleep she went to sleep. Just like my grandmother.
Actually, she was finishing praying at 5 a.m, and she was basically getting up from praying, and God came and got her because he said after his wife came in the room at what he said 4:35 is when she goes to to the gym. So she came in, checked on her, and she
Where'd
was
she
praying.
go? Oh.
So yeah, she left and she was praying, and then their son came in there, and that's when he said she was kind of laid over, but he didn't really think nothing too much of it. But then he walked out the room, and something told him to go back and check on her. He touched her, and then she was cold. So I mean, anybody that's dealt with bodies as far as on a biological standpoint know that it takes quite a while for the body to get cold after being dead. So that's basically God showing that got her.
Wow, she was on her knees. You know what? I didn't hear the whole thing. I didn't hear. I was at the funeral.
I was sitting right in front, so I heard her.
Wow. You know what? My auntie, I'm telling you right now, auntie, she did, and so she wasn't asleep. Mm-mm. Oh, but she went in her prayer. That's even more powerful.
Yeah, like literally after she got praying, done praying, because she's about to finish getting praying and get back in the bed. She didn't make it back in the bed, pretty much.
You see, auntie got up and prayed. We get up every. What do we do? We didn't tell about the 3 a.m. Oh, tell the 3 a.m. challenge right quick, Malik.
So 3 a.m. 7-minute challenge. Basically, gonna be setting your clock 2:58. Wake up, and then you're gonna start praying about 3 o'clock. Set an alarm for 7 minutes, and just pray the duration of that 7 minutes. And first, you're gonna start with the Lord's Prayer. Not just not repetitively. Build on it. Add some emphasis on it. Add a little swag on it. What I say,
right?
But
yeah,
just pour your heart out for that 7 minutes, and if you can go longer, then that's God bringing you longer than that. So.
And then one of the things you want to do after you say the Father's Prayer on how to pray, emphasizing on it, you want to go into what's called confession. One of the things that we have a lack of in the house of God is confession, because it's not emphasized on. You know why? Because the leaders need to start confessing first. Because even Daniel, when they went down and Nebuchadnezzar besieged the city, read about it. Daniel and them were the very first ones to actually confess their sins. They were leaders. They confessed first. Then the people follow suit. But if the leaders are doing wrong and the people see it and they're not confessing, what do the people do? They just do the same thing. Because people follow the leader. It's just like this. There's a documentary about a bunch of sheep, okay? First of all, I'm only a sheep in one way, and I'll tell you afterwards. Now, these sheep, there's 1,000 of them. There's 2 poles, and there's no, there's no ledge on the end for them to fall off. There's only 2 poles, just enough for both of them to get in with enough room to give a little bit so they don't have to force their way through. Get the picture? 2 people. Thousands of them. Herd of them. They come through. Guess what they do? All the sheep. What do you think they do? What do they do, Malik?
Oh, I mean, they already go to the pole. I've seen this already.
Oh, you already seen it. Okay, well, I was just going to say, I was like, what they do, they go through the pole. They slowly follow those sheep, all go through the 2. They 2 by 2 go through that pole, even though they could go around it because there's nothing to stop them. That's how sheep are. That's how they follow the leader. That's how you church people are following your leaders. You're just like them to some degree. You do what they do. So if they get divorced and they commit adultery and they get married again and their wife is still living, you guys are doing it now. Even though you know that you're going to go to hell doing it. And it's okay because your leader does it. And you think it's okay. And God says you're an adulterer. And all adulterers shall have their what? Part in the lake of fire. You're going to go to hell. You just gave yourself a ticket to go to hell. Is what you did. You're not going to go to heaven. Don't think you are because you're not. So if you guys, what I'm saying is that the leaders need to repent first. So as long as the leaders, so what is God doing? He's getting ready to jam up leaders first. He got me. Good, he got me good. Oh, when he gets you guys, you're not going to like it. If you survive it, I didn't think I was going to survive that. In fact, I didn't survive it. God survived me. He gave me resuscitation. What do you call it? What do they call it when you blow into your mouth?
Yeah, resuscitation.
God resuscitated me back. In other words, I thought I was going to hell. You guys wait till you find out what I found out about. It's called the baptism of fire. When you guys get that, oh, you're not going to like it at first because any chastisement of the Lord is not glorious but grievous. Anyway, we didn't come to talk about that. I'm just telling you right now that the church is jacked to whack. So you want to pray and you're going to confess all your stuff. You're going to, see, there it goes. There goes Malik.
I'm not surprised.
You see, that thing goes off only when we get on here to teach. And it's only supposed to go off when it's unplugged. Didn't do it yesterday. It doesn't do it. It stops after I get through teaching. The devil gets mad. He comes in. Satan, I know you. He comes everywhere. He comes in the house. But you know, he's supposed to be here because what he's teaching me now is how to ignore him while he's doing it. So you hear this bum, bum, bum. It's the devil, you guys. Malik, I wouldn't even tell you guys because he's here. He's in my house. He sees what's going on here more. Or else I wouldn't tell you because people already think I'm not crazy anymore. Now I'm a lunatic, you guys. Family, I'm not crazy now. Like you guys said I was during entry period when I told you we was going to lose the garden of prayer. No, I'm not crazy. I'm a lunatic now. But for Jesus, okay? You guys said I lost my mind. I've been trying to lose my mind. You guys need to learn how to lose yours and get the mind of Christ. Hear it? Hear it? Didn't do it. All day it stops after we get through teaching. Only comes on. I'm just showing you guys so you can see how the devil comes around because he's electrical. I knew he was going to come around. But anyway, I got to focus on this. So I'm going to teach. While you guys hear that, just know it's him every time. Trying to what? Distract. Because the devil, when the seed is being sown, he immediately comes in to steal it. He does it everywhere I go. I expect him to show up. Anyway, see how he's trying to, that's in my thought kind of off right there? Anyway, so we're going to get back to, you're going to go to your confession because it's an important thing. We're talking about prayer now. He don't want you to pray. Anyway. What was that? Anyway, so when you're praying, yeah, crazy. Anyway, see, I'm still learning how to. So when you're praying, this is evidence for you guys to see. So you know yourself, because if you can hear it, I don't know if you guys hear it there. We hear it here. One day it was on here and it wasn't there. It didn't ring here, but it rang on here. Because I was playing it back, I thought it was ringing here. Me and him, you didn't hear that ring that day, did you, Malik? We didn't hear it ring. But when we played back the recording, it was on the recording. But it wasn't here. We didn't hear it like we hear it now. I don't know if you guys hear it there. But I hear it now. The day we didn't hear it, I played this back, I thought it was ringing over there. But it was on the recording. It wasn't there. That's how Satan works, you guys. God's allowing the devil to come out. You guys wait till I see him. You see him like I saw him come out. Oh, man. God's going to let down the hedges for the devil to come out like you guys never seen him. You guys think you're scared about a little mask? Oh. Save some with fear is what the Bible says, plucking them out of the fire. In other words, he's going to bring fear to you guys. Me, this doesn't frighten me. Houses are haunted. Mine's not, because I'm going to kick him out. I'm just going to keep kicking him out. We'll let him stay while I'm teaching for a little while. He can keep on messing with the bell along a little bit. He'll stop it after I get through like he does every time we get on here, just about. But pretty soon, what he's teaching me is how to pay attention and keep teaching while he's around trying to hinder me from teaching. Anyway, just like the devil came to me when I was at my mother's, my auntie's funeral. I was going to say a few words, and the devil wants to come up to me and tell me, oh, you can't speak. And I'm like, oh, really? What did it say it was for? Immediate family and friends?
Yeah, extended family.
Extended family and friends? And I can't speak? I said, okay. Oh, no, then to tell me, oh, make sure you don't speak too long. Make sure you, because you're really not supposed to be up here. So what I do, I just turn around and go walk and sit down. I'm going to make it obvious where the devil works through. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make it real obvious. I'm going to let you know I know where you are. Yeah, that's right. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to pastor the church anyway, is because of family. I knew you guys had something going on in your head about me. Now I'm going to really find out because I'm going to have a meeting with you guys. Oh, we're going to find out what this devil's at. Oh, yeah, because I don't play games. You guys are going to find out about me. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn people about me. I don't play games. If I had been, I am really the pastor of the Garden of Prayer. But if I had been, my siblings would have been the first ones in the office. I would have been sitting down talking to each one of them. Did you guys stand up and vote for me? Because I didn't look. They put me in over 2/3 majority voted for me. They would have been the first ones in the office. And my children and my wife, they would all been in there. We've been talking to them about how they're going to not be going around talking about people and running your mouth. And every time you talk about somebody and I hear about it, you're going to go get that person that you said what you said to them. You're going to tell them to their face what you said. Like you're supposed to. You got a problem with them? Why are you telling them? Why did you go to this person? No, you go to them and them alone. Like the Bible says, stop all the mess. Stop being a busybody like a lot of you siblings are. You guys are always in people's business. You guys got my business too, didn't you? Yeah. But don't remember who told you to get my business, but you came over my house. Came over my house in disguise, and somebody told them, all three of my brothers, but they don't remember who told them. All of them got amnesia. I was having a vision that day. I was in a trance, having visions. When are we going to be allowed to have visions? Your young men shall see visions, but when they have them, oh, John, you saw some beasts coming up out of the water in the book of Revelation? But John used to do drugs. John but John drinks too. John was drunk. What did he see? You saw a 4-footed beast. You saw, what did he see? He out of it. Wait a minute. Go get the doctor. Wait a minute. Don't let him know. We're going to go stink and pick it. John, your son got killed. Oh, no, I mean, he got in a car accident. We need to take you to the doctor so you can see him. Oh, he did? I was wondering where he was. He was gone for a while. Are you sure? Yeah, come on, we need to take you. That's what they did to me. They made me believe that my children were in the doctor's house. Yeah, I'm a telephone. My brother made me believe that my kids were gone for a while already. They were gone. I was in a vision that day. I was having visions. I had a vision about the church being taken to Garden of Prayer. It happened. I was crazy then too. Had a vision about my dad passing away way before he did, tried to tell him. I was crazy then too. Had a vision about North Park being dispersed. I was rebuked then. Yeah, I was crazy then. Went over to Truth Apostolic Church. Told them about what? The baptism of fire. I was crazy then too. Then McCarroll and them come and tell me that, look, Stephen, the very thing that you said, that God told me to go tell them, they said somebody came in you and thought it was you. Stephen, whatever you do, my cousin Shelly crying with tears at my mother's funeral. Stephen, whatever God tells you, you better say it. You better say it. Like that's going to make me say it because you guys tell me? I could care what you siblings or family say. If God tells me to say something to somebody, I'll say it no matter what you think or say about me. In fact, I don't care if it's 10 million people saying something about me being crazy, and I know that God has told me, let all you guys be a liar. Let God stand for you. I don't need you to stand on my side for me to believe or me to feel comfortable about me telling you what God told me to tell you. Because my brain is straight. In fact, I didn't even like weed that took my head too far out. When I even smoked weed, I made sure that I was in control of it, not it controlling me. I didn't like drinking siblings who thought I was drunk. When I got my 3 DUIs, I got drunk before. When my kids in the house, when I went through with Bishop McMurray, when I was at home, my wife said, honey, why don't you go talk to her? Talk to who? What, Elder Taylor? Yeah, I told him when he came over to our church, he wasn't even supposed to be there. What you doing here with Bishop McMurray? I told those guys, you got to know a lot of things I told those guys behind the corners because I didn't come tell you because the problem I had was with them, not with you. So I didn't need to tell you about him, but I sure told him. I let him know, you're not supposed to be in here. What are you doing here? You coming in here wrecking God's house? Oh, I told him. What did he do? I don't know what he did. I heard some stuff he did. I don't know if he fooled around. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if he fooled around with somebody's wife. I don't know. That's none of my business. But if something got out, hey, he did something. I'm glad that Bishop McMurray didn't lay hands on me. Because I wouldn't want that spirit to transfer on me like he's done. Anyway, let's get back to the lesson. You guys have stirred up my spirit is what you guys undid. Because the devil is all in the house of God right now. Oh, he's right. Because you know what I did? I like to watch people. I watch you. But I don't have no type of personal first. I don't have I just sit back and watch like this. I'll be watching people at work, they don't even be knowing it. I'll be watching what they do. I already know they don't work. I know the lazy ones. I know all of them. Because I watch people. I've always done it as a young child, just watch people. You learn a lot from looking. Because then when certain things go on and people are doing things, and then you see somebody doing wrong, then you watch the other people to get in it, and they help it move along. They got to help the wrong move along. I said, oh, that's what kind of player they are. Because they're almost in the organized crime, church people, in organized crime, selling drugs. So I had to be good at what I did. Like one dude tried to come and tell me, oh, Stephen, because I sold him some dope and he didn't give me the money. He said, oh, man, I just got out of prison, man. Trying to scare me. Oh, I said, oh, you did. I didn't give him no warning signs, right? Because when I get you, you're not going to know I'm going to get you. Why would I give you a warning sign to let you know I'm going to get you? Because when I get you, you don't even know when I'm going to get you. You're not going to know it's me when I get you. I'm not going to tell you, in other words. Like somebody right now, a lot of people would have been dead if I hadn't got saved. That is in the house of God. And then I would have been dead too, because God would have got me, but I sure would have got you. Some of the stuff you guys did to my mother, I would have beat the living daylights out of you guys. I'm a first degree black belt. I would have jacked you guys up. Big time. And then some of you, I would have let you live. You know what I did? I would have beat you up. You wouldn't know it was me. I'd have followed your pattern, found out who you were. Then I would have brought you flowers. I said, oh man, what happened? Dude, did it catch him? Or her? Who? What happened, dude? It would have been me. But I would have bought you some of the most expensive flowers and wouldn't have told nobody what I was going to do. That's how stupidly ignorant I was. A lot of the guys, when I changed, when I was in the world, selling drugs and stuff and getting people high for free and doing karate and teaching people like I'm getting ready to teach him, I got beat up once. I told myself I won't go, never get beat up again. And if there's 10 guys, I'm going to kill 8. If I die, then the other 2, they're going to wish they were dead because I'm going to beat them up too. I did idolize Bruce Lee. I learned 4 different styles of art, and I was going to use them. I would have got them guys who messed with my mother because I was going to get that guy that messed with my sister, my brother-in-law. I was going to jack him the whack up, who I heard, not the one she's with now, but the first one, ran. I was going to get him. Went over his house. In other words, I'm going to tell you guys right now, so you church people that come up with me and you guys want to play games, and I hear you talking about me like I heard one of the Bell family, I'm going to find out who you are too. I'm going to call you out your name because you guys did me, blast me off social media. Like my brother blasted something me on social media instead of coming me and me alone. So I had to deal with it on social media because he wouldn't come to me. And so he still hasn't corrected what he did. I'm going to tell you right now before it happens, God's going to make my brother post and get on here and correct what he's done. Watch and see. Because what they did, they went into one of the siblings, one of the Bell siblings, and I don't know who it is. And if you're bold enough, why don't you come to me and tell me? Took something that I said, told my brothers and sisters, lied about it. My brother and sister, instead of coming to me and asking me what was said, they said I said something, and they didn't even find out what I said. Isn't that dumb? They have the recording. They could have asked me what I said, and if I said it wrong, the Bible tells you to do what? Go to your brother. If you have an odd against your brother, which is an odd, if I said something you didn't like, you should have came to me first, right? Come to me first, and then correct it. Get me to correct it. And I said, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I was wrong. Then I apologize. We move on, like Daddy taught us, right? Well, what do? Or I try to call you a couple times, can't get a hold of you. So then I'm just going to do it on pushing on social media because you can get me. My phone wasn't working at the time because I was using this other phone, which is only Wi-Fi. This phone was hacked. That's why you couldn't get a hold of me. But you didn't know that. Because why? Because your spirit was wrong. It's obvious that it was because the Bible tells you go to your brother and brother-in-law. See, I don't play games, you guys. So all you guys want to play games, I warned you guys, when you guys mess with me, when I find out, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to come to you nicely. I'm going to say, yeah, I heard you were saying this. Can you please tell me what you're saying? Can you explain what you said? Can you tell me why you said what you said? What did I do? Can you please make it known to me? That's why we got so much junk going on, because we do all this mess. It's a bunch of mess. Hear that right there? Hear that? That goes off only when I teach, because the devil's in here, because he stand me. I know it. I don't care. Could care less. So we're going to try to get back on this lesson. But we're just talking about confession. We're talking about the 3 a.m. prayer. You see how you got to pray? You see why I got to pray? Because when I'm dealing with the enemy that's worse than with my brother, I got to put myself back in check. Because I had already apologized to him. You know why? Because I got to realize it's not him, but it's the enemy. Just like it was the enemy that came to me and told me I couldn't say anything. And yet my grandson told me, what did it say?
Extended friends and family.
For the what? To talk.
Mm-hmm.
It said, I didn't even know it said that. I thought I heard him say that. So I walked up there. But the devil wants to come up there and tell me, oh, you're really not supposed to be in the line. You know, you're not really supposed to be here. You know, you got. So I just went and sat down. Because I'm going to make it obvious where the devil works through. Devils. I don't care if you're my siblings. If the devil uses you, he's using you. Just like he used me. I'll tell him if I'm me. The devil was using me too. Oh, yeah. And guess who got me for it? Daddy got me. Guess who's getting ready to get you guys? I'm just warning you. Oh, if you're really a child of God, God's going to spank you. And he's going to spank you with the baptism of fire. I hope you make it through it. I don't know if you are. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want you not to make it. I want you to make it through it. And if I wanted you to perish, you'd already know something's wrong with me. So if you want me to perish, like I told one of my brothers, I'm surprised I'm still living. You know what he said? Me too. So apparently he might want me dead. One of my siblings said that. I said, really? He said, oh, I was just agreeing with you. I said, but what you're saying is that you really would rather me be dead, right? Isn't that what you're saying? See, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in my family. Now you wonder why they want to be pastor of the church? Because now it's all coming out. Something's with my siblings. They brought it to the social media because when I tried to go to him and him alone, he wouldn't let me. I tried to tell him, I tried to talk to him like in church because right, I'm supposed to go to him, right? I went to him. Did he let me? No, he said, I don't want to talk about it. I said, really? So you're going to talk about me, but you don't want to correct it. So then I'm going to have to correct you on social media then because I got to tell you. So this is where you're going to be able to hear it. And then the little siblings that lied went to go tell them about me wanting to take them in the ring. Of course, I'd like to put my brothers in the ring. I sure would. But put it in the right context. Don't take it out of context. Furthermore, they could have listened to the whole message instead of taking a part out and would have understood exactly what I was saying. But today, if they agree, my brother used to beat me up. We'd have a ringer. I'd beat him up a little bit. I wouldn't kill him. I should have some fun and go out and eat dinner breakfast. Hey, you guys lost. I'll take all three of them at once. I'll say it again. They know I can fight. I learned how to fight. And I could fight real good too. Yeah. Anyway. So, we're going to have to teach something later, you guys. We got to get out of here. Let me tell you something. The devil's man. See, you guys heard that thing ringing. Okay, this thing only rings. It's only supposed to go off. It's a vivid machine. It's only supposed to go off when the plug is out so that I could go put the plug in. It's a warner of me. The plug's not out. It didn't do it any time this morning, not last night. It only decides to do it when we get up here to teach. Other day, it went off, and it didn't go off. We didn't hear it go off. I don't know if y'all hear it. Could you hear that thing going off? If you could give me a little thing if you hear it. Because the other day, we didn't hear it go off. I thought it was going off because I played this back, and I played it back a little bit to hear it and see how it went on there. Did you hear that? If you're there, could you just hear that? If you could hear that, give me the thumbs up. You go, boom, 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 boom. Can you hear that? Can anybody hear that? If you're there. Anyway, Malik, you might need to get your phone. We're going to go back and listen. I'm going to go back and listen and see if I hear it. Last time it did that sound, we didn't hear it here, but I heard it on here. What I'm doing is I'm trying to explain to you guys something. God's getting ready to let the Nephilims and the fallen angels, so you could hear it. All right. Serena, you heard that, huh? Okay. So, yeah. So last time I was on here and didn't hear it. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, God is getting ready to let the devil Nephal. They're called Nephalim. The Nephal is the root word from Nephilim. Nephal means fallen angels. They're the ones that he just got to read about that you can't see, that work in the atmosphere that God's getting ready to let loose even more. I'm going to tell you guys right now, when you guys see what I saw in the vision, I saw something. There it goes again. See, once we get off, like it does, it stops doing it, right, Billy? Mm-hmm. It stops. But then it only starts when we come on here. But it doesn't do it any other time of the day at all. It only does it. It doesn't matter what time we come on here. If I come on here, maybe we need to try it early one morning, like 3 o'clock, just to try it to see before we get it fixed or find out what's wrong, because I'm going to have them come out here. Because already they tampered with my stuff. This is already smoked. I don't know what's wrong with it. I haven't had time to deal with this because I'm not really concerned. I don't worry about stuff like this. I'm concerned about getting souls. I'm getting ready to leave right now to go witness. I'm out in the highways and byways while they got the church doing social distancing, backing up. I was upset when I walked in there. I'm glad Bishop Trout didn't have his mask on. I like that about him. He didn't have a stupid mask on. I felt like taking mine off. I don't wear it over my nose. Sister said, oh, can you put it on your nose? I said, no, I have a medical condition and so do you. You're breathing your carbon dioxide, ignorant people. Read it real quick. Let's read it real quick. I'm going to have it on here. We're going to read about what you're doing so that you know, and you just don't hear me say it. Because when I say something to you, you should be able to go back and check and see what I'm telling you, if it's true or not. Don't believe it because I tell you, own knowledge for yourself. Don't believe it because stupid Fauci tells you. Find out, I'm sorry, Mr. Fauci, I apologize for calling you stupid, but the information you're giving us is stupid. Let me put it that way. The information is stupid. Mr. Fauci, you're not stupid, but your information is. Anyway, we're going to read about carbon dioxide and you breathing it and what it does. Because if they say this stuff, you got it? Just read it.
Excuse me. Exposure to CO2 can produce a variety of health effects. This may include headaches, dizziness, restlessness, a tingling or pins or needle feeling, difficulty breathing, sweating, tiredness, increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, coma, and convulsions. But you guys want to breathe it. And then they tell you first we don't need a mask. Then they tell you one mask. Now they're saying 2 or 3. He doesn't know what to tell us, does he? Because they want you to breathe more of your carbon dioxide so that when you what? Can break down your immune system. Don't have the gym open. And then also what they want to do. They want to scan your forehead. Go read the pineal gland now. Read that one, Malik. Then we're going to get out of here. Because what they're doing now, they scan your forehead, right? Why do you want to forcibly scan my forehead? I don't want you scanning my forehead. Scan my hand. My hand is a better temperature reader, not my forehead. Let's see what they're doing with this laser now. You guys just let them do anything to you? Not me. Not me. I'm not a sheep. I don't follow the leader in. You're going to tell me what you're doing and then look up Experidol because I'm going to find out what my brothers had me. They shot me with Experidol 3 times and I thought I was going to die when my brother took me, almost said stupid, excuse me, took me to the hospital making me believe that my kids were in there when I already thought something happened to them because they were gone so long. And he lied to me. Taking me to a doctor when I was in visions, thought something was wrong when I was having visions. Like John was on the Isle of Patmos, come to my house. If prophets is subject to the prophet, the spirit is subject to the prophet. If you didn't let me know who told you to come over, who they can't remember, who told them to tell me to come over. All 3 of my brothers came over, but they don't remember who told them. They all remember they came over. They don't know who told them. Isn't that strange how they could all have amnesia at the same time? I don't know if I believe them. Then I asked him, and that's why I'm going to have a meeting with him. I'm going to ask him, is this the person that told you? But you don't remember? Really? How could you forget? Who found out first? And why didn't you tell me why you really came over instead of lying to me? There it goes again. Anyway, read it. The pineal gland is a small endocrine gland in the brain of most vertebrates. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a serotonin-derived hormone which modulates sleep patterns in both circadian and seasonal cycles. The shape of the gland resembles a pine cone and gives it its name.
See? So that's what they're doing when they scan your forehead. So you guys go on to let them do it? I'm not. They could take me to the little stupid camps if they want, so I could see God work. They could take me to jail if they want, because I would have been one of the pastors that would have never practiced social distancing. And you guys probably would have called me in the office if you guys would have put me in like you guys were trying to do. Little cool. And you guys were there when they tried to put me in the garden of prayer. Little cool thing that you got. Brother Steve, we're thinking about putting you in as pastor in the garden of prayer and want to make sure the church my father founded that they wanted. My father told me I was going to be pastor, which I didn't want to be pastor anyway, which they put me in legally according to Robert's Rules of Rights. And then they turn around and they bring me in there saying, you got to change your messages. We're thinking about, you're going to tell me what to preach? Really? You guys are sitting here. Okay. When I pray to get my message and you're going to tell me what to preach? Are you guys that carnally minded? That's how messed up the house of God is. And when you go read the book of Revelation, you'll find out we are. Because I was in the mess too. I was one of the 5 of the 7 that got rebuked by God. Read your Bible in the book of Revelation, chapter number 1, 2, and 3, where we're at right now, where God was talking to the 7 churches, where only 2 didn't get rebuked was Smyrna and Philadelphia. And they were surprised they didn't get rebuked. Do a little study on it. I'm not studying about that, Ryan, but I do know. Because that's one of my favorite books is the book of Revelation. So we got to get out of here. We got to go do some things. But you know what, you guys? I warned them guys. When you guys mess with me, you guys are going to be messing with somebody. Because I don't play games. All right? So watch. Once we get off of here, that stuff is going to stop. It does it every time. So I'm going to call Vivid and find out what's really going on. Why does that only do it when we teach? Because the devil's electrical. and I know he can't stand me. Well, we're on equal parts. But you know what? I still respect him. You know why? You must. Because even Michael did. When contending with the devil, did not bring a railing accusation against him, but did even say, even the Lord thy God doth rebuke thee, Lucifer. So stop getting out of the box and disrespecting them that God told you to even respect. Even the devil, you have to respect. Because Michael did. A lot of us, I got cast down real bad for disrespecting Satan. Believe it or not, he's God's bulldog. He's also part of the play because he helped Job get corrected, didn't he? He went to Job. He got permission from God, didn't he? So the devil works for God. Once you learn that, you'll be able to isolate him. Because right now, I don't fear Satan. You guys do. I don't fear them coming to get me, to take me to a camp. I wouldn't have feared them taking me to jail. When are we going to ever learn that God told us that the magistrate was going to come and take us to jail to make us have an answer? At the time that they are going to be questioning you, take it not upon yourself what the speakers say, because the Holy Ghost will what? Give you words of wisdom that cannot be condemned. But when are we going to ever do it? When we start obeying God and stop obeying the devil like you guys are doing. Forsake not the assembly of yourselves together. Touching and agreeing. Where there are two touching and agreeing, oh, we can't touch. Really? And the Bible tells us to obey God and stop. Put on your mask. Obey God. Put on your mask. Obey God. Put on your mask. Obey God. You're going to put on your mask, but you won't obey God. Put on your mask, but you won't obey God. Right? Just obviously admit it and get on the altar and tell God that you're scared. Just tell the truth. I did. I told the Lord I didn't really love him. You don't really love him because you're showing that you don't. Don't say you do when you're showing that you don't. Stop lying. Just confess like we're supposed to. Get on the altar. I told the Lord, I don't like this brother. You know what? I might not like some of my siblings right now. I might just get in prayer and say, Lord, you know what? My brothers and sisters. In fact, I do need to pray on that. Some will make me really angry, Lord. But I can get angry as long as I don't sin. Be angry, but sin not. I'm angry with some of my siblings. Oh, man, am I ever. But I got to get it straight, so I'm going to them. Now that I got my phone fixed, now I can put Zoom in, you guys, so now we can do our Zoom meeting. We're going to do it too soon. I'm going to go to you guys. I'm going to pull each one of you guys up because I want to see you guys in the face. Since you guys are afraid of social distancing and all that stuff, I'm going to pull you up on Zoom. Now to hear each one of you got to say. After I have the meeting with my siblings, after I find out that they really said what they said, then I'm going to meet with each one of them individually to find out what the problem they have with me is so I can find out what's really going on. Tell the truth. Because nobody else is around but me and you. That's how we're supposed to handle it. That's the way I'm going to try to handle it. Anyway, I don't play games. Know it. So when you guys come to me, Bell family, I'm going to find out which one of you guys are because you guys wouldn't lie. And I'm going to find out why you guys so scared. Why couldn't you come to me? And I want to know if you have the Holy Ghost, first of all. And if you have the Holy Ghost and baptized in Jesus' name, I have an odd against you. So if you watch this one like you're watching the other ones, make sure you call me, inbox me. I'm not going to be mad at you. I just want to find out what you said. I want to hear it from your own mouth. And if I did something wrong, said something wrong, I'll correct myself. If I didn't, I want to know why you lied to them. I don't play games, in other words. So don't try to play games with me. God richly bless you is my prayer.